The integrity starts with you. Splash 105.5 FM.
Good morning and welcome back. Oh, thank you very much for sticking around. This is Splash 105.5 FM. We're the Integrity Station and we're reaching you live from the big brown roof city called Ibadan. That's for those who are new in the city. Perhaps you're visiting, you're here on holiday. Yes, you are in Ibadan right now. This is the capital of Oyo State, and you're listening right now to Splash 105.5 FM. We're the first private radio station here in Ibadan, and of course we are called the Integrity Station. We've been here for about 13 years this year. 13 years this year, of which I've been here for 12. Oh, interesting. All right, just facts. Just fun facts about us, especially for our visitors. And let's see, what else is it about us that you about Ibadan you should know about? Yes,
quite a lot of things that we do.
Yes.
The only station that run marathon in the city marathon. Really.
Full marathon, by the way.
Yes.
Yes.
You understand that. Just we have been consistent with our lectures every year.
Yes, every year.
You know, we have creme de la creme of the intellectuals who will come and deliver that lecture.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, FM is that's your number one radio station.
Absolutely. So while you're locking those stations on your, make sure number one is Splash, because I mean, for your news, for intelligent conversation, really, for the very best. We can't toot our horn for too much.
What can we say?
Yes. Exactly. All right. So over the weekend, what did you say? You don't say that an Oba died. You said he has gone home to his ancestors, right?
Sure. I mean, the Alaafin cannot die. Oba Adeyemi Bapuda. You know, he had gone to be with his ancestors, but Alaafin is still there. We'll soon have another one, you know, when the time is right. But here is, you can call him sui generis in a class by itself. That was one Oba with panache, Oba with grace, Oba with intellectual sagacity. Was Alaafin that shows us what it means to be a king, a monarch.
Right. For those who may not know a lot about him, let's talk about his early life. For example, in his Wikipedia page here, it says the Alaafin Adeyemi III was born Lamidi Olaiwola Atonda Adeyemi on the 15th of October 1938 into the Olowolodu Royal House, and as a member of the House of Oromiyan to Raji Adeniran Adeyemi, born 1871 to 1960, who later became Alaafin in 1945. Someone was asking me if it was a hereditary position. Apparently, yes, he did inherit that role. I don't know. All cuts are all protocols, because I know there's certain things you don't say in Yoruba. So pardon me. There was also born to a Ronke of. Okay, you have to help me.
You like the name?
Yes. I mean, you see royalty. What can you say? Who died when he was young? He lost his mother when he was young, apparently. His father is said to have had over 200 wives. And that's something, I remember seeing a picture of him in London, United Kingdom, shopping with some of his wives. Yes. And that's some of the things that were so intriguing for me about him, because, you see white people, Caucasians, stop and stare.
And they're watching him.
Yes, I'm watching him. And it was actually quite interesting. His father had 200 wives. His paternal grandfather was Alaafin Adeyemi I, who ruled during the Kiriji War and was the last independent ruler of the Oyo Empire before British colonialism. Alaafin Adeyemi I's father and Adeyemi III's great-grandfather was Oba Atiba Atobatele, who founded New Oyo. Atiba's father, his great-great-grandfather, was Alaafin Abiodun and is a direct descendant of Oromiyan, the founder of the Oyo Empire. Now, Lamidi's father, the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Adeyemi II Adeniran, was deposed and exiled in 1954 for sympathizing with the National Council of Nigerian Citizens, NCNC.
Those politics.
Yes, and he had come in conflict with Bode Thomas, a deputy leader of the Action Group. According to rumors now, Bode Thomas shouted at him for not standing to greet him as the chairman of NCNC during a political gathering at a party. Now, Oba Adeyemi II Adeniran, who felt insulted, stood and then told Bode Thomas to go home and bark like a dog. Imagine what happened later. He started coughing blood and died while walking back home, leaving his entourage.
I don't think it was founded actually, but I mean, that was a story I've been making around for a long time.
Okay, so shortly, Herbert Macaulay heard of the catastrophe and along with Obafemi Awolowo accused Oba Adeyemi II of poisoning Thomas and then exiled him from his kingdom. He lived out the rest of his days in Lagos, where his subjects still visited him until his death in 1960.
Adeyemi III began his education at the Quranic school in Ishayin. After his primary education, he was offered admission into Igbobi College and St. Gregory's College, Obalende. He chose to attend St. Gregory's College, Obalende. He worked briefly at the Royal Exchange Assurance in Lagos while working at the Royal Exchange. Alaafin is married to 13 wives, which include Ayaba Abibat Adeyemi, his senior wife. Other wives, Ayaba Rahmat Adedayo Adeyemi, Ayaba Mujidat Adeyemi, Ayaba Rukayat Adeyemi, Ayaba Folashade Adeyemi, Ayaba Badirat Ajoke Adeyemi, Ayaba Memunat Omawumi Adeyemi, Ayaba Mobolanle Adeyemi, Ayaba Muji Adeyemi, Ayaba Anuolakpo Adeyemi, and Ayaba Damilola Adeyemi. He was honored with the national honors of CFR at the National Theatre Ikamu, Lagos, way back in 1979.
Now,
in 1980, the federal government appointed Kabiyesi Alaafin Lamidi Adeyemi, the pioneering chancellor of the new established University of Sokoto, and now Uthman Danfodio University Sokoto, where he spent 12 years. I know him to be a federalist to the core. He never attended the National Council of Obas. He believes that Nigeria is supposed to be a federation and that the constituents should be independent on their own. There was one man who is a core culture man who uphold our culture, an encyclopedia of Yoruba history, as it were.
A very intriguing man, and I mean, by calculation, from he became Alaafin when he was in his 30s, which is, I mean, very young considering, you know. So, so I can imagine what he looked like when he was younger, what he was like, you know, and stuff. And
you
stuff
want to
like
imagine?
That.
I have some pictures.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay, we'll put it on our Facebook. So yes,
we can drop some pictures here, and I have the newspaper. When he went during his coronation, when he got his the nod. The newspaper at that time, Daily Sketch, says government approves Oyomisi's selection of Oyo's tool. Lamidi is the new Alaafin. That was the headline.
Wow. Then when he actually...
Yeah. Yes. And then Daily Sketch, when it was the coronation, Lamidi's coronation day, Oyo gets Oba 3 years tool. Row now ends. And just a bit of that when Oba Lamidi Olayiwola Adeyemi is formally installed, the Alaafin today. It will mark the beginning of another chapter in the checkered history of Oyo. And then there's the picture of former Governor Oluwaseun inset there. That's the role he played in that coronation.
Yes. All right, for those who are wondering why we're talking about him today, because like we said, over the weekend, the Alaafin died on the 22nd of April, 2022 at the Afe Babalola University Teaching Hospital at Ado-Ekiti in Ekiti State at the age of 83 after reported brief illness. His reign of 51 years is the longest reign of any Alaafin of Oyo in history. And his death was announced on several major newspapers, of course, here as well, and his remains have been returned to Oyo. His death was the third of a senior monarch in Oyo State within 5 months.
Even the fourth, I mean, you have the Olubadan, you have Ogbomoso, you have Ashigangan land as well. So
and now the
Alaafin of Oyo. The idea that an Oba dies is something that Yorubas will say Obawaja, and Alaafin actually told Festus Adedayo that he's not very happy when you bury an Oba openly, you know, when you put in before cameras.
Yes.
And he wasn't really happy the way.
Right, and I think that there was a bit of something like that happened with his as well, because I think there were cameras, sort of like a lying in state briefly before his burial.
It was a genocide of the Muslim rights to prayer. Yes. He was a professor Muslim when he was alive, but the truth is, my
personality is...
Yes. My opinion, I mean, depends on how he wanted to be buried. Second is that if it's traditional way of burying an Oba, let's preserve it. If you decide to become an Oba, you must be part of the process, not you coming to change the entire process of the traditional stool.
Absolutely.
As it were. But you kept having people who profess the Abrahamic religion wanting to become an Oba. There will be conflict.
True, because we've seen that sort of happen in recent times, and you're thinking, wow, how? I mean, it's really confusing, and I don't know how they're able to marry the two. And I wish I could have a sit down. Maybe even I remember the wife of the Oni of Ife as well. I know she's also from the Christian religion, and it would be nice to have a sit down with people like that and talk about how they're actually able to marry.
To manage this too.
Yes, because it just feels like two different worlds, night and day, coming together. How does it mix? So for me, it's a little confusing as well. But I guess they're able to marry it in their own way. But I think would the Alaafin's role be akin to maybe like the Queen of England?
Yeah, well, that's ceremonial actually. But let me quote this one. It's from First Dayo's article yesterday. It said, in Yoruba land, though an issue that was a taboo scarcely discussed, it's a notorious fact that upon the demise of a deceased Oba, traditional worshippers hijack Oba's corpses from their families. So pretending solely on the burial rites, which included gorging out their hearts, which were preserved to be fed to their successor, they said. But Obadiyabi told Adedayo he had conveyed his disagreement to the law in Ogun State that was compelling the Obas to be buried according to their professed religion.
Okay, and this Oba was Muslim?
Yes, he was a Muslim. He was said to be a Muslim.
So he was buried immediately. All right, so we're going to take a short commercial break. We're paying homage to the Alaafin of Oyo, who died on the 22nd of April 2020. And so when we come back, perhaps we'll open phone lines as well. So if you'd like to also pay homage to him, we'll be right back.
Explore new worlds with podcasts from BBC News World Service.
So now, at last, the brand new stadium has come alive with all the noise and colour of one of the world's great sporting events.
What if you could copy the desert's most famous animal to design a more environmentally friendly building?
Is Kim Jong-un trying to train a young generation of warriors in a new frontier, cyberspace?
Search BBC News World Service wherever you get your podcasts.
Ramadan is here again, the season with the most benefits from Allah. As you fulfill your religious obligations, remember to safeguard your well-being by sleeping on a Muka mattress, endorsed by the NSP. This season, Muka is giving away gifts like praying mats with every purchase of mattress. Hurry now, offer valid while stock lasts. Ramadan Kareem, Muka. Adding comfort.
All the goodness that comes in it. Think Chivita. It is many years of trust, quality, and all the goodness of fruit poured into one lovely pack with no artificial flavors and preservatives, specially made for you. And there is more to choose from. Whatever your preferences are, there is a Chivita for you. If you love an active life, there's Chivita Active. Or you can just relax and unwind with Chi Exotic. If you are the cool dude, say hello to Happy Hour. And if you are the explorer who simply wants to try something refreshingly different, Chivita Iced Tea is your drink. However you want it, there is a Chivita for you. There is a Chivita for everyone. So, what's your Chivita?
Shagun, where that MTN SIM card where I sent you go buy?
Boss, I don't drop am since for table with your change.
Change?
Bros, me if I shock. MTN SIM don't turn 200 naira.
Yes, so MTN SIM card don't turn 200 naira. Plus 1,000 naira will follow come credit. You never finish, them go sama you 700% awoof bonus anytime when you recharge 100 naira or more. To make call, text, or for data with the last wella. Just register. Make you activate your new MTN SIM to begin jollificate this Ogbonge MTN awoof. So, wetin we dey do today?
Ebi ń pa mí, inú mi ń kùn, máa jẹ máa yó, tí ń bá oúnjẹ gidi, oúnjẹ tí mo fẹ́, ó dẹ̀ ń láti débẹ̀ o, tó jẹ́ pé tí ń bá jẹun tán ikùn mi á ṣe tàǹdì. Ẹ bá mi ro Honeywell with meal, ògì ní wheat, oúnjẹ tó dáa. Ẹ bá mi ro Honeywell with meal, ìbàdàn ńlá oúnjẹ tó dáa. Honeywell with meal. Oúnjẹ tó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀.
James, we are not done with plastering or wiring. You're already buying paints.
Madam, so you don't know that all Dulux products are selling at 10% discount?
Wow! 10% off all Dulux paints?
Yes, now. It's the Dulux Super Buy promo, and it's only between now and April 30. That's why I said let me buy all the paints we need now before we miss this opportunity.
Yes, get 10% off all Dulux paints between now and April 30th in our Super Buy promo for Easter and Ramadan season. Dulux paint is available at all Dulux color centers and color shops near you. Terms and conditions apply. Dulux, let's color.
Every day is a good day when you've got what it takes. Cowbell evaporated milk gives your body what it needs. Ain't nourished, no. Happy Cowbell day, creamy goodness, so.
Cowbell evaporated milk is delicious milk that is carefully formulated to retain its creaminess and great taste.
So creamy, so good.
Cowbell evaporated milk. So creamy, so good. Cowbell,
I want milk. As the sun paves the way for moonlight, and the moon holds sway till the rise of daylight, there's a certain plan to keep your connection tight. The Airtel plan for day and night.
Indeed, enjoy reliable internet this holy month of Ramadan, both at night and in the day. Like 450 megabyte for just 120 naira. Dial star 141 hash to begin.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
There are moments in life when you're just so scared and you feel like just giving up. Oh, but Dino Milk is saying, we know that you can do it. Believe in yourself and then go for it. Go for it. Nourishment, oh, that is your Dino Milk. Oh, yes, Dino Milk. Dino Milk. Drink up your Dino Milk. Dino Milk.
Hey, put a spotlight on me. Now let me tell you this. I used to care for the world's opinion, and I used to fear their rejection.
I used to beg for validation.
And I used to wait to be seen.
But now, no more.
No more. No more.
Because my time.
My time?
My time.
My own time is now. So what are you waiting for?
I'm for Malta. Be your best.
When you see people eating together, licking fingers, laughing, sharing banter, you can be sure it's Devon Kings matter. Meals, families, Devon Kings makes bonding moments more fun. So raise your belly when you just cooking on that you love seasoning. Devon Kings.
Enjoy the taste that binds with Devon Kings.
Devon Kings is available in stores near you.
Ebuka, I send you 1,000 naira. You go load 8,000 naira. Be this boy in a poor idea.
Oga, no. As you make plenty call. Now why use Ovajara load the card?
Bam! Get 8 times your recharge plus double data on Ovajara. You also get 1,000 naira bonus on every new SIM activation. Dial star 544 hash from an existing SIM to obtain.
Oh yeah, go buy food for Mama Chi, please. Make sure add Ovajara.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
I find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. And when the night comes, you hold me in your arms and you say, I'll never let you go, my sweet baby. You'll never let me down. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
All out, we talas. That's all my friends and family. Them bust my head, them send money. Come on, them go all out for me, oh. All out, we talas. Plenty bills you got to pay. Sort them out today. Get the loan without delay. All out, we talas. So save money. All out, invest money. All out, begin jolly. All out, we talas. When I walk you there, I be not you there. Go all the way. All out, we talas. Save money. Invest money. Begin jolly. All out, we talas. When I walk you there, I be not you there. Go all the way. All out, we talas.
Alad, your bank, your way. Powered by Wema Bank.
Àìwáyé o, ká má lárùkálá o, iná jíjó ló ń dà sẹ́yìn lá. Ìjà gbóró lárùn Ìbàdàn. Má fi má tọ̀ ní tèkó, kárọ̀ ní lóye ní tọ̀fà, níjọ́ ti dọ́fà lẹ́wọ̀n ẹ̀sìn ní ọ̀rọ̀ oyè. Ọtún wà mẹ́rin, ọ̀fà wà mẹ́rin sí. Ẹ̀ tó lówó tó ní ká tó ní ti tọ́jú náà tó fẹ́ yọ. Bí tọ̀fà ti rí nù. Togun ní tọmọdé olólùgbò mọ̀sọ́. Ìpáǹlé ni wà Àjẹ̀ṣà. Kátàkárà kájèrè ká fẹ́ gbọ́ tọwọ́ ẹni ní tìjẹ̀bú. Àgbọ̀ Haúsá, àgbọ̀ Ìlọrin, àgbọ̀ Ìmìsí lọ́jọ́ òkè. Ẹnìkan ò lè gbọ́ tárọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wí o.
Kabiyesi, that's his voice. That's a voice we'll never hear again.
Yeah. His voice we'll never hear again. But he's gone to join his ancestors, we like to say. So he's not dead, but gone to join his ancestors. So we're going to open phone lines in a bit. If you want to also, contribute or say something about the Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, Ọba Lamidi Adéyẹmí III, who recently joined his
Aláyélúwà Ọba Lamidi Ọláyíwọlá Àtàndá Adéyẹmí III, sui generis in the pantheon of Obas. Someone wrote, Olódùmarè apparently gave him an assignment and bestowed upon him all that he needed to deliver on his divine mandate. It was a successful reign by all standards. May our ancestors receive him gleefully. So, if you want to say something about him, or pay tribute to him, we'll like you to do that. If you want to make comments about how Oba should be buried, to your opinion, but it has to be backed with fact. If you're going to talk about such a thing, you have the chance to do that here. 0809-155-1055. Let's celebrate Oba Aláàfin. Let's celebrate Oba Adéyẹmí. Let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate the Yoruba race.
Tradition.
We've lost one great mind, the cold hands of death.
No.
0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706 949 3000. We'd like to hear you speak with us on this matter as we pay tribute to him, and also to wish all your people, fortitude to bear these irreparable loss. The entire Ibadan or your Yoruba race, that fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. So if you want to be part of this one, pay tribute to him. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706 949 3000. We're also live on Facebook. If you also want to make comments on Facebook, maybe you want to say something about him, we'll have you say it at this time, or you send us a text message 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706 949 3000. Yes.
I know Oluwaseun knows a lot more about Yoruba tradition than I do, but do we reckon that this will be a smoother transition than what we saw, especially that happened when the Olubadan died?
Well, would I say smoother? It will depend on the Oyomisi and the Afobajes. But what we know basically is that there are two major families that are always going into the throne. You have the Adeyemi, the Aluwuludu family, and you also have the Ladigbulu family. The talk in town is that the Ladigbulu family will be responsible for producing the next Alaafin of Oyo. And we leave that up onto the family to make the decision on who becomes the next Alaafin. But the desire will be that it should be a man of tradition, a man of culture, a man who understands the history of our people, a man who will not throw the tradition into the dust. The one who will carry on with, Alaafin's stool is a very important stool in Yoruba land. It's one stool that has the embodiment of the tradition, and so it will be sacrilegious to have someone who does not understand that tradition,
who modernizes everything to the extent that our culture is lost. I'm definitely up for evolution.
Of course.
But I think we have enough people who are helping us evolve to understand what's happening in the Western world. When it now comes to some of our culture, I really love our culture, and there are certain things I would like to remain the same way. Obviously, there are some things that can evolve, that are not healthy.
Yeah, of course.
That can evolve, but we don't want anyone that will go there and then just
and destroy or desecrate it. Elsa Morales says, I pray his soul rests easy. My main concern now is that the government and the kingmakers allow the oracle, Ifa, to pick the next Alaafin for heaven's sake, for all our sakes. This moment in Nigeria is a crossroad for the Yoruba race. We need the oracle to choose for us. That's what Elsa Morales says. Yes, but the truth is that do they still subject the choice to Ifa even now? Do we still subject the choice of the traditional ruler to Ifa? Or we have political consideration, or we have people whose interest are being protected, in making the choice. But I just hope that it will not lead to rancor. Before he became the king, there was about 3 years interregnum before Alaafin emerged at the end of the day. There were so many things they had to deal with. They went to court and did a lot of litigations. But this time, I just hope that there will be peaceful transition, and then the choice will emerge without not much rancor. I'm sure they will have started the process right now, but we'll get to know. They will start selling forms. They have to sell forms.
Really?
Don't worry. It will be a contest, actually.
Okay. All right. So I guess it's more political than we
have to learn. I mean, the last time it was done was over 50 years ago. So we'll have to learn the process now.
Absolutely.
I think it's a good thing for us to see how it will pan out this time. We'll watch it, observe it, and see. I just hope that it will be political.
Yes. I mean, it's been about 53 years, you said.
Yeah.
So perhaps it's also a good time to now not necessarily change how things are done, but look at how, if you've done something 53 years ago, expecting that things are still the same 53 years later.
No, it won't be.
Perhaps would be. So perhaps a good time to now have conversations about, okay, yes, what can stay, what can go, how can we do this better?
Better, yes. I mean,
how can we make this process better? So it so doesn't become a do or die, because obviously if there's too much, if it's too competitive, it's this. royalty thing is a thing of somebody has to die before somebody else can. So you don't want it to become...
Like the story that I went into the social media about Ababaku, it's nothing like Ababaku anymore. It's not like that anymore. I mean, okay, who will go through that process of dying because the king died? There will be human rights issue around that. There will be, human rights to say that. How would you kill someone because another died? No law, no human law.
Yeah. So things like that, it's great evolution, and I'm glad that now we're in 2022. Things like that don't have to happen. I know there's some people who like to hold on to culture, and no matter how unhealthy it is, their own is that we don't want our.
I don't think we should. When you say unhealthy, that is a caution already. For instance, I mean, it was cultural some time ago for some families to do what they call female genital circumcision or mutilation. But today, science has told us that it's unhealthy. It has told us that it was of no importance, of no advantage, and so such a culture or such a tradition as it is should be discarded with.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the truth. It's a fact. So I mean, when we have something like Abobaku, somebody dying, nobody should die because another person died.
The story behind the Abobaku really is that you need someone that will escort the king in the afterworld.
Yeah, so who knows how they go on there in the afterworld? Who knows?
Exactly.
It was just something that we have been told, but you probably don't know, how they would transit, as it were. Exactly. But I mean, for our world right now, nobody wants to die for another person.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but thank you for being part. I think we'll take a break, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay. But if you still want to call us, we have the chance to do that. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706 949 3000. If you want to pay a homage, or if you want to, commiserate with the people of Oyo State and Ibadan, or want to make some comments about the demise of the king. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, call us on 0809 155 1055. Or, I mean, tell us, we've talked very quickly about, culture and tradition, some of which, can evolve. I know a lot of people, do not want anything to happen to their tradition, but there's obviously certain things that we can start to have conversations about that we can, let's go. We've talked about female genital mutilation, for example, so let's have this conversation. If you want to call us real quickly to pay homage to the Alaafin of Oyo, or talk about something tradition. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Reverend Koye. Good to have you here.
Yeah, we commiserate with the people of Oyo, the governor of Oyo State, the good people of Oyo State, on the demise of our Kabiyesi, Ikuba Bayeye. One thing I admire most in Baba is his dignified. He was a dignified polygamist. What do I mean by dignified polygamist? You see, there was some time I saw his picture with that of his wife in London. He put this Ankara on all of them. He was wearing the same thing, and he was going majestically. I looked at him, I said, well, we know that somebody of that caliber, an Oba, a revered Oba, and also a Muslim, they can marry as many wives as possible. So, but we've never had a situation where they were at loggerhead, they fought. So we had the story of one that left for Lagos. She left the palace. But you will see that he carried on very well with all these women, and they were all at peace with him. I was reading yesterday or day before. He said he only offered them education, and they chose to be his wife. So he was their benefactor, and they chose to repay him by marrying him, and he carried them along very well. He did that very, very, very well. So, and I prayed for all these younger ones who are his wives. I pray that God will help them to move forward. They will really miss Baba, because you can see love, you can see joy in them whenever they are with him. So I wonder what their heart will be like now, where God will show them direction. May Baba so rest peacefully. And where the next Alaafin to come, may he be able to step into promoting our culture greater and mightier than Baba left behind. He was really a custodian of culture and tradition, and we admire that in him. Thank you.
Ami.
Thank you
very much.
That was really good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
very good. I was saying it too. It was an embodiment of the culture and tradition of the Yoruba people.
Yes.
He showed the world.
Yeah, he was like an ambassador.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Live on Splash.
Okay, sir. Orúkọ tèmi ni Alàgbà Kúnlé láti Amúlòkó.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà.
Ó ṣe ń láàánú púpọ̀ fún ikú bàbá wa Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́. Olúwa bá wa tán wọn sí afẹ́fẹ́ rere. A ò ní irú rẹ̀ mọ́ ìsọ́fún ìnàyọ́. Ó ti ń pọ̀ jù báyìí lọ́yọ̀ wa yìí o. Ọlọ́run bá ní dẹ́kun rẹ̀. Kẹ́mi àwọn bàbá wa ogun o. Kẹ́yìn àwọn ọmọ náà kẹ́mi wa ogun. Mo wá fẹ́ sọ fún àǹtí Ronke, wọ́n sọ pé àwọn láìkì àṣà àbílẹ̀. Káwọn náà kọ́ ń pa àṣà àbílẹ̀ o fẹ́yìn wọn kí wọ́n kọ́ dáa kí wọ́n change kí wọ́n kọ́ àṣà Yorùbá kan náà.
Gbogbo nǹkan náà lọ lásìkò tiẹ̀, àsìkò èèbó wà, àsìkò Yorùbá náà sì wà.
Kí wọ́n máa bá ní sọ Yorùbá o.
Ronke sì gbọ́ Yorùbá o, ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ mọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan títà sí ìpàdé sọ Yorùbá fún yín, yóò sọ Yorùbá ó gbọ́ Yorùbá o.
Dáadáa ẹ ṣe púpọ̀.
Ẹ gbọ́ pé èèyàn ń jáde Ronke ẹ tún bèrè pé tó gbọ́ Yorùbá gbọ́ Yorùbá ọmọ adé ni. All right, thank you very much from Amuloko. We appreciate you. So you can see, call maybe one or two more calls, then we can take one or two, and then we will go. Just to pay tribute to our king, our revered monarch that had come to be with his ancestors. So thank you very much for listening to the program this morning.
All right. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you've got somebody there? Okay, well, thank you very much for being a part of today's program. Of course, we all pray that, no matter where we go, we realize that we're ambassadors of our culture, of African ambassadors and Nigerian ambassadors as well. And so as the Oluwaseun of Oyo has represented, our country well all over the world, let's remember that we are also must carry our culture all over the world, wherever we go. And that's why I love when we travel, and you wear Ankara and, Caucasians come to you, or when you wear Ashoki and they come to you and they, we're all princes and princesses, really. Some of us are more because we have a D in our name, but we really are all, we really are all princes and princesses, and so we must take our culture, not try and bring and westernize everything. Yes, there's nothing bad about Western culture, and it's fantastic in its own way, but our culture is also good. That's what I see people, I always say this, when I hear people name their children Yoruba names or Igbo names, I'm proud, because then they'll go all over the world, and when people ask me, okay, what does Ronke mean? What does Ronke mean? I like explaining that it means Ade Ronke, the crown has seen something to pamper. As opposed to if my parents had called me Helen or whatever, there's obviously no crime in naming your children, whatever you want to name them. But realize that we're all ambassadors. And when they go across the world, you never see, most Americans will name their children, or a British person will name their children. So as Africans, it's something we must carry our culture in, even to how we name our children. I think it's super important, because your children can be American citizens next tomorrow, but they will not stop being Nigerian or African.
They'll carry that culture. They'll carry that identity. Well, we may not be able to know the full implication of Alaafen's death right now, but one thing that I can picture in my head is like a huge library burnt down. That's the way I could see him his passing, and I just hope that we were able to document as much as we were able to do from him and have the history preserved. May he have a gentle passage and be accepted by his ancestors as he journeyed into the world beyond. I'm Oluwaseun Akinola. Good morning. Have a wonderful Monday.
I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. Good morning and have a wonderful Monday.
Splash FM 105.5.
mo ṣe àwárí oògùn adènà ìlóyún fún abẹ́rẹ́ àdálò nígbà tí mo wá onírúurú ọ̀nà ìdènà lóyún lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára, sì tún wòye sí pé kò sí pé à ń tò nílé ìwòsàn àbí pé àwọn àǹtí wa ń lù wá níwọ̀ sí ọ̀wọ̀. mo pinnu láti gbìyànjú ẹ̀rọ pẹ̀lú ìlò ẹ̀kan. ó lè dènà oyún níní fún odidi oṣù 3. bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹnikẹ́ni ló lè ṣe níbikíbi tí wọ́n lérò pé ó fi wọ́n lọ́kàn balẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ elétò ìlera. oògùn adènà ìlóyún gígùn ẹni lábẹ́rẹ́ tí rómi lágbára wàyí o, mo ti túbọ̀ ní ìkápá lórí ara mi, mo sì ti ní ààyè fún àkókò àti ọjọ́ iwájú mi.
fún àlàyé sí i lórí àdálù abẹ́rẹ́ adènà oyún àti àwọn ìlànà ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí mìíràn ẹ pè 321 lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí ojúpo ìpè Airtel yín nìkan tàbí kí ẹ kàn sí ìtàkùn àgbáyé wa discoveryourpower.org. ìkéde yìí ń wá pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn àjọ elétò ìlera ìjọba àpapọ̀.
The number you've called is not available at the moment.
Oh my God. This trader where I pay for maize since last 2 weeks. Till now, maize I never see. Even the truck driver, I never see. And both their number no dey available. Which kind of thing be this now?
Oga Benji, should I tell you make you buy from FX, you no gree. You say you trust your trader. See now, me, the maize and soybeans where I buy for my poultry feed. Now waiting my birds they chop since. See as them the fresh, they fat.
Chai, yeah, checking out. If say I know, I will follow you that day. Oh.
You never late oh. Just sharp download the Comex app.
Comex waiting.
Comex app, COM with capital letter X from your app store. Make you start to buy correct maize and soybeans for your poultry feed. The best part be say, even if you no get money, FX go give you loan to do your poultry business easy. Yes, so just download the Comex app now or call 090 3000 1333 to get more kulele information.
Now, I go download them. Comex, I don't sabi wait.
Gbogbo ọjọ́ jẹ́ ìrìn àjò. Bí a ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan, láàsọ bí ọjọ́ náà yóò ṣe parí. Bí a ṣe ń ya ara wa sọ́tọ̀ nínú oṣù mímọ́ Ramadan yìí, fọ́ ọkàn rẹ mọ́ pẹ̀lú àdúrà kí o sì ṣe ara rẹ lóore pẹ̀lú picnic láti sàárì títí di àsìkò ìṣínu. Ẹ kú òǹgbẹ o. Ramadan Kareem.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Aisha ọ̀rẹ́ mi, mo máa ṣe pásítà àǹtí bíi tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn. Wọ́n darapọ̀ mọ́ wa fún iftar.
Bí àwọn ìbùkún àkókò yìí pẹ̀lú àwọn oúnjẹ tí ó dùn tí a ṣe pẹ̀lú àǹtí bíi pásítà. Àǹtí bíi àṣàyàn tó dára.
I find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. And when the night comes, you hold me in your arms and you say, I'll never let you go, my sweet baby. You'll never let me down. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better.